Hello Scrappers, this is Lorraine from Card Creations, and today I'm going to share a project with you, and I'm going to see if my little doggy Soji, come here Soji, will help me with the project today. Can you say hi Soji? Can you wave today? Huh? Soji? Okay, sorry. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just put my camera down to my work surface, and we'll go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to show you a card that my friend from the Cricut message board gave to me last week. We spent a day together. We had lots of fun shopping and crafting, and she brought me this card. And it was a thank you card, and it has this beautiful quilted star on the front of the card. She has some beautiful cards on her blog and wonderful layouts. She does a terrific job on that. So I'll have a link to her blog if you would like to visit Creations by Beulah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is the project for today. And I bought this wooden frame from Michael's, and this is, I'll show you what it looks like. Just like this. It's just a wooden frame, and I just decorated it for Valentine's. I think that paper's kind of clashing with it, but I covered it with some designer paper. On the back side I did paint this white. You can also cover it with your cardstock also, but I just chose to go ahead and just paint the back. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing that I do is take my wooden frame and turn it over and put it as close to the edge as I can and trace around. And then on the inside, to cut the heart out, I'll just get my X-Acto knife and run it around the edge of the wood and cut that out. Okay, and I did get my Sharpie and with a permanent Sharpie and just went along the inside of the heart and colored it red so it wouldn't be the wooden color. So once you cut your paper out, this is what you end up with. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just take my ATG and run it around the edge of the frame. And I did test this, and it does secure it pretty well. You can also just use glue and spread it with a paintbrush and attach it that way. I'm going to run it all along the edge of the heart shape here. Okay, and then run some strips along this like this. Just going to kind of get as much as I can on there to get it covered. Alright. Okay, so the secret now is to get it lined up. We are going to trim the edges a little bit, but what I want to do is mainly line up the shape of that heart. Just get it a little closer so I can see better. Just make sure I've got it where I want it. Let's see if I can lift this up. It's hard to do it when you're a little far from the item that you're trying to line up. Okay, looks like I got that. Oops, I still can't get it. Might have to try to line it up off camera because I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing from that distance, so I'll be right with you. Okay. Alright, and we'll just kind of just rub it around. If you have a brayer, you can use that. I don't own one. Okay, now I have a tool set. Let's see, I'm going to point my camera down just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. I have this tool set, and it's by Basic Gray, and it's a precision file set, and it's pretty cool because when you open it up, you've got several things in here to help you smooth your edges when you make word books or projects like this, so you can get your paper even with the edge of the wood or a frame that you're working on. So I'm just going to go around and work this, and make sure you just go in a down motion. That way your paper doesn't lift up. Okay, looks like that's turning out pretty good. I'm going to run it along the edge there to try to get that excess paper off. This does take a minute. Okay. Got a little bit here. Just going to try to work it. Okay, I'm just going to check around and see if I've got it all flat. Almost there. Okay, that looks good on the edge. I want to make sure I get that nice and even, because we're going to finish the edge of the frame all around with some ribbon. And we want the ribbon to sit nice and flat. Okay, I think I got that now. Just clean some of that off. Okay, we'll go ahead and work on the inside. Now I've got different shape little tools here. This one has a flat edge on one side and it's curved on the back side. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here and work on the heart and make sure that I have that all nice and smooth and even. Get any of that paper that isn't quite even with the heart. Okay, I think we've got that. Looks good. Okay, that looks real good. I'm happy with that. And I'll just go ahead and set my tools aside. Now for the decorations for the frame, I used the Sweethearts Cricut cartridge. And I've cut from page 35. This heart, well actually I didn't cut this heart, but from this I actually used a Cuttlebug die, and it has two pieces to it. It has the little cutout frame and then the solid heart. I found it here also. It's pretty much identical to it, so you can cut that in one color and then your blackout in a different color, and that's what I did with my hearts. And I cut 3 of them, and we're going to tie them together like balloons right up here on this corner. So I put 2 layers of foam tape on my top balloon, and then I'll tuck the other 2 under this one. So I'll add that there. I did add some of this twine that I had left over from Christmas. You could use ribbon or wire, just whatever you have. So I'm going to add that there. And I'll add one more. I did add 1 layer of foam tape to the 2 hearts that are on the side. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a piece of ribbon and tie a small bow. I just dropped my glasses. And believe it or not, my dog is still sitting in the chair. Aren't you, Soji, huh? Are you being my little buddy today? Okay, so I'll tie that. A nice little bow. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Okay. Hey, finally my bow came out without having to struggle with it. Just cut this down just a little. Soji, you're bringing me good luck. Okay, so I've got that tied there. I've also cut 2 filigrees from the Sweethearts Cricut cartridge, and this can be found on page 77, and I cut these at 1 1/4 inches. I did run it through my Xyron, and I'm going to go ahead and peel that back. And I'm going to add this up here at this corner. And then this other one down at the bottom right hand corner. Okay, I also cut the Sweetheart Sentiment, which is on page 38, and I cut that at 1 inch. Peel that back, and I'm going to add that right down here. Okay, and then the next thing I'm planning to do is go ahead and add our ribbon to the edge of our frame. And I'm going to start down here at the bottom. Now I'm going to add some ATG and start that right about there. Attach that there. Let's see. Ooh, I need to peel that up. I put my glasses on once again. Okay, and this is a 1/4 inch wide, the ribbon is, so it fits perfect around the frame of the wood frame. Now on my finished frame that I showed you, I put rhinestones along the frame of the heart. I framed the heart. I'm not going to do that on camera because it would take too long, but I will complete that off camera. And I just had some rhinestones that my friend gave me, and I just glued them with the Scotch quick dry adhesive. Okay, come around here. Finish that there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this back and cut it at an angle to match the one I added before, at the edge of the other one. And that should fit just right. Okay? And there we have a nice addition to our frame, so just to finish it off. Okay, the other thing that I have left to add to this is the cutout heart that was on here. What I'm going to do is flip it over, and you have that design there on the back of the paper if you have double-sided paper. And I'm going to go ahead and insert this. Actually, I think I needed to cut one that was a little bit larger. That's what I did. I took the heart advertisement that was in the frame itself and traced it on some paper and then covered that up. I'm not going to do that now because I've got my paper in another room, but that's what that will look like. The finishing touch is one of these stick pins that I've made. I'm going to show you how to do these on my next video, and I'm just going to insert that right there. And there we have our altered Michaels frame. That was $1, and now it looks like $1,000,000. There we have. Let me go ahead and see if I can zoom out a little bit. So that you can see both projects. Might not be able to. I think that's as far as my camera goes out, so there we have 2 projects for today. Thanks for watching.